It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on our home team. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. Well, we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Sit on.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring out the fourth down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Black. Ready.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. Down the right sideline. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. And Xavier Legette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Finding Walker complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
When you look at this defense, this unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that we saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Hold on, ready? Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! 180!
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hold on, ready? 180! Sit hot! 180! That's hot!
Now Lamar changing the look.
Report! You at X. Sit hot!
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Quick.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
They'll
try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Shot.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Ready.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, Chuba Hubbard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Young quickly to the flat. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Needle, black. Here we go. Blue, 32. White. Ready?
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Black, 95. Trouble, 38. Black shot. Claws red. Set.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to have the Panthers' first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
60 red. 60 red.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
5-6. Black ultra. Set, ready. Black 40. Ready.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set. 50, green. Set, go.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards there, just like last play. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here we go. 33, yellow. 52,
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
blue striker. Set.
Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to put
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Mark Andrews, 65 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Here we go. Set.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. That third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Right through. Claws red. Ready.
Here is Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Right, 97.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Young now from the 50. That one complete to Ligon. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Come on. 10
Now
seconds.
Young going to move him around. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Over the middle, it's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It looks like they'll move things around here.
Real green. Ready.
It'll be Young again. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
43 rail. 52 blue striker. Blaster, 6. Go pink. Set.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things at 17 all. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches in the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Right back to Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes third in the length of the football. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Black, 95. Ready.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have taken the lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
His guys take over at first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. From the best players you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
47-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground the time. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now Lamar changing the play.
Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second and 10 at the 42.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off to about the 26 here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, 26 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And Xavier Legette with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Fitzgerald down for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Panthers 31. Our home team 24. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Devin Lloyd on the stop. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10.
No, we change it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, middle.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
On his loop for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Got it. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Young, he's going to change it up.
Blue 32. Black Ultra. Steel Black. Blue Strikers.
Well, caught by Tremble. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready. Black 40.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ready, set.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. 5, 97. Fury, yellow. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready. Red, 38. 22 needle. Set.
Now here's Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Okay, ready?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Trouble, 38. Yellow, 22. Blaster, 6. Green jack. Claws red. Set.
That's out to the left and complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 1st and goal.
43 rail, clear green, yellow, 43. Hut.
Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked up.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half,